Okay, so today we are actually going to show off the newest Dokkanfest to Global and JP Dragon Ball Fighters simultaneous collab. Yes, very cool actually that they decided to do this, but we're going to show this 21 off at 55% link level 10. So I know a lot of people show off the new unit 55% link level 1. But I decided I wanted to do a link level 10 video specifically, and I probably will just do these from now on. It's pretty easy to get characters fully link leveled, like basically, honestly, within like 10 hours of them dropping at most, right? So even though it'll take a little longer for me, it'll be a different experience. Seeing them at link level 10, which I think people will be very interested, especially in a character like Android 21 when, you know, at link level 10, when she's transformed, she has the big bad bosses link, which could be very, very important there. Plus, like, so many of these links get buffs when you're link level 10. Like, for example, Brainiacs goes from 10 to 15% attack and defense. Metamorphosis gets 10% attack and defense. Android Assault gets 10% extra defense. Shocking Speed gets another 5% defense. Scientist gets 20% defense. Like, there's so much, like, stats given to these links for link level 10. I think it's pretty nice to get her to max out here. Of course, if you saw the equips, I have level 6 defense and then a level 2 crit and level 5 dodge right there. I gave her some crit because she's doing a lot of additionals, I think, and yeah, I don't think she really needs that much extra additionals here. So it can get most of her links active right here. So we can get everything but Scientist active, which is another 20% defense that's technically missing here. Right now, we're getting a ton of support, though. This new free-to-play Android 21, I believe she does give 30% attack and defense support to power absorption in androids. And obviously, 17 here, he's giving 60% defensive support. So that's definitely quite a bit there. We'll just put the new free Android 21 install one just in case. So how this Android 21 works is that she gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn, and she gives 2 ki to all allies. When she attacks, she actually gets 120% attack when attacking. That is a multiplicative buff there, so that number is going to jump up quite a bit from the 257k defense that we're seeing right there. I mean, we could see a lot clearer right there. Thank goodness for the new JP update, right? So even without considering her super attack effect, once she attacks, she's at 567k defense here. Then she launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack. When she performs the third attack in a battle, she does another additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. When she does the sixth attack, she disables the attacked enemy's action within the turn. That is once only, but then she gains a great chance to crit after that turn. So she obviously wants to attack quite a bit. If I was going to say a hidden potential build for her, I would probably say dodge. I think a dodge foundation would be good. Reason why is because she does get a high chance to dodge only after she attacks, and you know she does get ki 2 and 60% attack for 3 turns after dodging. So since there's so many AoE fights, if you have this 21 out and she dodges the AoE, not only helps her out defensively, but it will also give her that attack boost, which I think could be very helpful. Because I mean, you'll see right here, she's gonna hit pretty weak, I think. Even though she will have a little bit of offensive support here, she is gonna not hit hard at all here. Yeah, 4.4 million attack set. That is definitely what I would say. That's weak, right? I mean, she's hitting weaker than the free-to-play 21, right? Right there. So we got one super attack here. Maybe we can get the third one. No, we did not get the third hidden potential system attack. So again, on this turn specifically, with just one super attack, she did reach a total of 737k defense with 50% chance dodge. I would say that's actually pretty good. Just all things considered, for a 55% character, I definitely will take it. Now we'll start getting Bulma support here, and I do have this other 21. She's not link level 10, but this is a 79% one, so you know, it's just another 21 we could see on the side. You know, we can see what she's doing, how she'll perform, and we can get like a kind of a comparison even of like 55% versus 2 dupes, right? And you know, not rainbowed. If Bulma doesn't kill, in fact. But again, a huge thing about this team is that we have Bulma available. Bulma's, I mean, you have to run Bulma in this team. There's like no way you don't run Bulma. The influence that she'll have on this team is going to be extremely powerful. You just have to run her, right? Bulma is too important not to run. If you're not Bulma and you're trying to run this team, it's going to be considerably worse. I'm sorry to let y'all know. Did I even dodge any of the attacks last turn with my Android 21? I have no idea. One downside for the Android 21, I guess, at 55% is that it could be a lot harder to get her full attacks. I mean, we didn't even get it here with that other 21, but you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from. So I think this time I'm actually going to push the free-to-play 21 off because I want to get a variety of different stats and stuff. So right here we're at 260k defense compared to the what defense level? Actually, we're a little higher in terms of defense, are we not? Am I crazy? We shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure we're lower actually, but still. Yeah, no, it was 588k I think last turn, whatever it was. I think I'll put her in the front here. You can see her defense gets considerably lower when we're losing stats such as Metamorphosis. We're losing like what's the other link that we did lose? I think Brainiac's is link that you do lose out on, right? So it could be considerably worse. I just think that Gamma 1 might kill here, and I would rather 21 is able to actually get an attack off here, or there's a few attacks so we can get more of her passive built up. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, she's not a slot 1 character, so I'm not really going to be worried about her doing that, but now when she is able to get some of these attacks, we can see that she'll activate the 3rd additional because she finally did her 3rd attack within the turn. So right here, she's doing 2 super attacks. Let's see, give me that 3rd one. I think the 3rd one is pretty likely to happen because I think the 3rd one is a great chance one, if I'm not mistaken. So right here, she did do a triple super attack, so she raised her defense 3 times in this turn. Let's say, for instance, that she was at that 250k defense range, right? We got the dodge off, so now her attack did shoot up. If she was at that 250k defense range and she got 3 super attacks during this turn, her defense in this turn actually hits... Yeah, no, it's really crazy. Her defense actually hits 1 million on this specific turn at 55%. That's pretty high, right? That's a pretty high defensive stat. And it's kind of crazy because 250k is not a lot, but that's how these multiplicative buffs work, man. I mean, the 120% is multiplicative against the start of turn that we saw. But then keep in mind, after that's done, the 30% on super attack per super attack she does is also multiplicative, so that also increases quite a lot. I mean, even this 21, that's at 286k defense before Bulma's support, by the way. So, I mean, we can get Bulma's support in here, and then she's at 319k defense. I mean, just for the math, we'll go ahead and take a look at what 319k defense for this 21 would look like. But it's quite a bit. We also had 17's full support, so, I mean, 319k, just averaging up to 319k exactly. It's going to be a little lower than what it could be. But, I mean, if let's say she gets a triple super on this turn, she's at 1.3 million defense with a 50% chance dodge. Like, I think the issue with 21 is obviously that she's, like, I don't know why they didn't give her the dodge before she attacks. That kind of sucks. And I think her offense, like, without the dodge especially, could be a little higher. I mean, right here, we didn't get a dodge last turn, so she's doing 5 mil attack stats. That's not enough for a character that wants to carry the team. Like, 21 is the character who we would prefer to help carry the team. So her offense, in my opinion, is quite lacking, especially without the dodge. When she dodges, that probably shoots up to about, let's say, 7-8 mil. But is that really enough still? Like, I feel like it could be more, for sure. I mean, yeah, she could also quad super. So let's say on this turn that 21 did get 4 super attacks. What defense would she be at? 1.5 million. And she has the nullification right there. That's only once, but that can activate. Funny enough, I think starting from next turn, we could actually transform into the Evil 21. But I will wait. I want to see what this 21 is looking like stats-wise. Gamma 1 hasn't gotten any hits, so that should be fine. We'll get this here. And Toa is actually providing, again, 50% attack and defense. So I want to get 1 extra turn with 21 here. Now that she has her full offensive passive, and we're getting offensive support from this Android 20, Android 21, from this Toa right here at the end. That'll be really good to see. So 5.6 million, that is with her full offensive boost, huh? I mean, she's missing Brainiacs, which is extra attack. There's the nullification right there. There's the 2 additionals. The level 2 crit. That's it. Yeah, again, the 55% damage is quite weak, huh? Not preferable. Not at all. She should have had, like, well, now, to be fair, she has a great chance to crit, actually. I did forget about that. When she does get that full passive up, she does gain a great chance to crit, which is very incredible. I still want to get at least the 5 orbs here. You don't really need a lot of orbs, and then you can grab all of this. We'll get 1 extra turn with this free 21 here. And then after that, I'll transform into the actual, what's it called? What's her face? I forgot her name. We'll obviously transform into the good Transform 21, where she'll be looking a lot better. Yeah, that good 21 is actually, I would say, is pretty good. She still kind of has the same issues where it's like, if she's in slot like 1, she won't really be able to tank. But as a slot 2 character, she'll be cooking. Oh yeah, she also has a high chance to stun, by the way, which we're getting right here. So that's cool. I swear, her attack stats should be higher. This one right here, am I crazy? Maybe her dodge passive is gone, but didn't she just dodge the turn before? Maybe I'm just like seeing things wrong. I'm probably seeing things wrong. Let me know in the comments what I'm missing, 'cause I'm definitely missing something. You're seeing those great chances to crit though proc in, so I mean, again, you don't necessarily have to give this character crit. I think dodge into, I don't know, because when you transform into the Transform 21, she does no longer get that crit chance, right? So that's could be a little frustrating. Again, 238k here. We don't have, like, let's say Brainiacs, Android. We do have Android Assault, but Brainiacs, Metamorphosis, some of these links aren't active. But let's go ahead and transform to the good 21 and see what she's able to cook. Now, this 21 does heal 30% HP once only when you transform. So mid-turn heal in turn 5, I'll take it. Turn 4 probably would be ideal, but that will kind of mesh with what her pre-transform state wants to do with all the attacks, right? But the HP recovery is pretty good, I think. She gets 210% attack and defense now, so her defense does shoot up to about 276k here. She does lose, I believe, Scientist is what she loses for big bad bosses, which I think that's a better trade-off, right? Having big bad bosses instead of the Scientist link, right? That's for sure. Excuse me. And yeah, that's the only thing that she does miss out on. Now, she does get 121% attack and defense when attacking. Then she gets another 60% defense within the same turn after receiving an attack. Now that all is in the same turn. The only thing I don't like about how that works out is that means it's not like Fusion Zamasu. Fusion Zamasu gets his defense passive, if you guys are aware, when he's receiving an attack. But this 21 gets her defensive passive after she receives an attack. So for the first hit, she's not going to have that full defensive buff, but when she does have that full defensive buff, she shoots up to 776k defense, and she also does gain a baseline of 21% damage reduction. Along with that, with each super attack she does, she gains 30% defense on top of that. So let's say she gets 2 supers here. Obviously, you can see she has 2 additional attacks, each of which have a 70% chance to become a super attack, right? So there's 2 supers, here's the 3rd super attack, and her defense is getting really high at this point, because she's already getting 90% defense from her super attack effects. It's a lot. You might not think it's as much as it would be, but her defense is up to 1.47 million with the 21% reduction. Again, this is the 55% one, which before she was hitting about 1 million defense once she got a triple super. Now she's at 1.4 million with the, what's it called? How should I do this? Bulma is a little worrisome because I think Bulma doesn't guard anymore at this point. That should be okay. But she's at that defensive level with the 21% reduction. At 55%, she won't be able to tank AoEs, but that's okay, I'd say. Like, not being able to tank AoEs, I mean, it's not really okay for 55%, but if you get dupes in her, I think with dupes, she'll be able to have a much easier time, obviously, taking the AoEs. If she's at, like, 350k defense with 20% reduction, like, still won't take it for double digits, but it won't be more than, like, 50k, probably, to 70k, maybe at most. It could be an issue against Omega, but that's really it there. We'll see. I will be trying this 21 out into all these difficult contents, stages, no worries about that. So, also keep in mind that 21 does have an active skill. This active skill, unfortunately, that's the only thing I don't like. it can be used the turn after she transforms. I think it should allow you to use it instantly in turn 5. Because turn 7, you can only really use this against Omega. But this is one thing that helps her combat against Omega. The active skill, well, I guess you guys know. She gets the 121% attack and defense when attacking. When you use the active skill, obviously, that's when you attack. So that passive does activate instantly. Which means that she'll have a pretty decent attack and defense start of turn buff with the reduction. So you see here, she's starting off at 360k because we have Big Bad Bosses now, which when we have Big Bad Bosses Metamorphosis, we have all these links active. Such a huge buff. And then now we'll go ahead and use her active skill right here. What the active skill does is it causes a disabled enemy action within the turn, which you saw right there. She disabled the first action. Usually that's the super attack with the cell. I don't really want Gamma 1 to do a lot of damage. Is the only thing I'm scared of, but it should be fine. So she's now at 795k defense. Again, she does gain the extra defense once she receives an attack. I'm thinking of still putting her here. We'll lose on our fierce battle, but that should be okay. I mean, we won't see her peak damage, which we could kind of see that, like if we had first battle active with the support and everything. I'm really tempted, but I would rather see her, just in case Gamma 1 decides like to kill, right? I'd rather not risk that. So we'll keep this easy A21 here, which she's pretty solid, right? She's not bad. But we'll also be able to see that the defense is activated after receive the attack, right? She also becomes super effective against all types for that turn, which is helpful, right? Which is why I'm saying, like, it's weird because she loses the 70% crit chance, but she becomes super effective. We see right there the defense did activate. So now she's at 6.26 million defense. No, she's 6.26 attacks, at my bad. Then she's super effective. There's one, here's another one. Yeah, again, it's like her damage, like 55%. This is all super effective, but outside of the active skill turn, like when it's not super effective, I would say the damage is not that impressive. With Fierce Battle, she would definitely be closing in on like 8 million attack stat at this last attack, which it would be good. But like, it's like for Dokkanfest level, is that enough to carry for free dupe? It's definitely not enough to carry the team. And it's like, obviously you can see this team has like a lot of defensive characters. I think what this team really wants is like an offensive Juggernaut. Funny enough, it is really funny because a lot of these teams really want like defensive characters. Like some of these villain teams want defensive characters. We'll let Transformer this 21. That should be fine. But so many of these teams want like defensive based characters, and then it's like, oh well, not this, not her, her team. She wants an offensive character, and it's like I don't feel like the offense she's providing is enough to like push the team forward, you know, because you don't want to like stay too long in these events, especially if it's like AoE fusions of Masu. Like the damage she's doing might hold you back and keep you in that phase, which obviously wouldn't be preferred. So yeah, we'll go ahead and finish things off here. So she's at 368k. As you get used to look at this, yeah, 368k defense here. So we're getting basically the most amount of support we'll see this 21 specifically does get at the start of turn, because we never got MVP 17 and then this free-to-play good 21 as well, right? We never really got them in the same rotation together, and we'll see. Hopefully I don't get the Dokkan attack. Worst case scenario, I'll just like miss the Dokkan attack here. So now that's their full defensive passive. So I mean, even without any super attack effects, this 21 is at 1 million defense after she attacks. And then she could get 4 super attacks. So that could get really insane. On this turn, that can get very nasty. So here's 1 super. There's the 2nd super attack. And right here, she's like doing better damage, right? 7 mil attack stats. Doing like 4 7 mil attack stats. I'll take it. For free dupe, I think that would be good. That would be classified as good for 55%, right? Especially if she could become super effective in that turn. But damage dealers, I feel like at this point do more. Okay, she got the last one, 8 million. So she got 120% defense. So if I'm doing everything correct, let me double check and make sure I did that correctly. Yep. Yep. Because the 180% is kind of crazy that she gets. She's at 2.2 million defense. Is that real? Is that actually for real? Yeah, it should be. Yeah. That is very nasty. With 21% reduction. Oh, we died. That's kind of crazy. That's fine. All right, so let me know what you guys think about 21 here. 55% in the dupe system. Yeah, 2.2 million defense. Like, she gets, wow, that is absurd. Getting that high. I mean, yeah, there's so much support on that rotation. That is kind of crazy. If I'm wrong, I'll put like a comment will be pinned of someone telling me you're wrong. Actually, it should be this, right? But you know, I'm a Dokkan math god. You already know. I'll be giving, like, you probably hear me like clicking on the mouse on my computer because I'm calculating it live, right? Pretty nasty. So let me know what you guys think, and that's it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.